Hey, good morning, everybody. Glad to see you all here. Actually, I can't see you, obviously, but it's a great day. Normally, we've been trying to do just the once a week podcast, but since it's a special day in our country, I figured might as well jump on here and kind of chat about what's going on today. Today is obviously Inauguration Day for our new president, President Joe Biden. And I just wanted to hit on something really quick before everybody starts off their day, or even if you see this in a day, week, month, halfway through his presidency. I just want to talk a little bit about unity. You know, we've been hearing from the politicians and leaders in Congress and in this, saying it's time for unity. It's time for unity, and both sides of the aisle have been fighting on, well, what's unity? It's you have one group that is causing riots, but they're screaming for unity. You have another group that's trying to peacefully protest that turns into something else. There's a lot of disunity right now in our country. And so, for all of a sudden, with a new president for either political party to change their tune and say, "Oh, it's unity time," it should always be unity time, and we shouldn't rely on the politicians to have that unity. As a Christian, there's a Bible verse that always rings in the back of my mind about that. I would consider it a verse about unity. It's Romans 12:18. And if you don't have a Bible, I would suggest about it. Pretty much everybody has a smartphone. I would suggest going to your app store and getting the U Version Bible app from Life Church. It's a free app. It's an amazing resource, especially if you're wanting to learn anything about the Bible or Christian beliefs. But there's a verse in Romans 12:18 that says, "If possible, as far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all." So I don't think we need to be waiting for our political parties, political leaders to be telling us how and what to do to cause unity. I think we should be the ones out in the forefront as Christians. If you're not a Christian, as a citizen of the United States, and whatever belief you have, I think you should be out, we should be out, all of us should be out leading the way for peace. We shouldn't be rioting. We shouldn't be destroying things that belong to others. We should be helping people across the street. We should be giving people things that they need to make sure they've got their four walls secured. And I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan. And, making sure people have a job or are able to feed themselves and their family, making sure they've got, a roof over their head, making sure they've got the basic needs, but without relying on the government. I think the problem with any government, whether it be the democratic republic we've got here in the United States, whether it be a monarchy, a dictatorship, communist, the problem is if we allow the government to control our unity and how we treat other people, it all comes back to they have to take something away from one person to give it to somebody else. And once people start realizing that the people that are having stuff taken away from them realize that what they've been working hard for is given to somebody else, the drive to be successful and gain more goes away. And then that's when our country goes into a downfall. I do believe there are people out there that need a hand up, not just a handout. I do believe that there are people that during certain times of life need a monetary hand. I hate to say handout, but they need money to help them get through a season. Being able to feed themselves, feed their family, make sure they've got a roof over their head, make sure they've got a way to get to work, make sure they've got a job. And I do believe there are that we need to have programs out there that can help those people. I think the church should be leading that. I think the Christians should be leading that. but that's me. I give to my church. I give to programs at my church that help others, that help feed others, that help with adoption and fostering. We give to our church just because it's the right thing to do. You know, it's a mandate in the Bible to tithe, and we try to go above and beyond the tithe. And that's not a brag. That's just to say, if there have been studies done, and I don't have the exact numbers in front of me. I should have got it before I got on here. But there have been studies done that show if every church member in the United States alone, tithed, which is the first 10% of your pay, if every church member in the United States tithed like is said in the Bible, there would be no homelessness, at least in the United States, if not the world. If every church in the United States had one family that adopted a child in that's an orphan or in foster care, there would be no orphans or foster children. It's time for the church to step up and lead the way. We're not perfect. I am a sinner saved by grace. I make mistakes, so don't call me a hypocrite because I know where I fail. Okay, the reason I'm not a hypocrite is because I realized how bad I was and how much I need a savior. But for those of you who don't believe, I'm not going to sit here and tell you. I'm going to tell you what I believe, and I really think that you should try to find a Bible believing church that can feed life into you. But if you're not, it's still time for unity. I don't care your orientation. I don't care your beliefs. It's time for us to all come together and quit relying on the politics and the politicians to tell us how to believe, what to believe, where to go, what to do. We should be kind to each other. We shouldn't be rioting. We shouldn't be doing things that are hurting other people. Should we peacefully protest? Yes, when the time comes, yes, we should be doing that. But we need to come together, even with differences of opinion, agree to disagree, as it used to be said, where we can have a difference of opinion, but I don't hate you, you don't hate me. And that's just the way life is. It's time for us to take over doing that, not waiting for politicians to tell us how to react. And it's time to stop giving the president power he doesn't have, because many people believe that the president has more power than he really does, and which has allowed a lot of presidents, the last 3 or 4, to use and abuse executive powers. So we as citizens have the power to do more than what the government can. Be nice to each other, love each other, live at peace with your neighbors. Get to know your neighbors. Get to know the people next door. I don't do the best at this. I know a couple of my neighbors, but I haven't really got to deeply know them and get those deep friendships. But I do have a lot of friends that I am growing relationships with and getting to know better every day, because I understood where I was falling short. But we need to, again, I'm going to beat this down today. It is a big day in our country. We are inaugurating a new president. There's a lot of fear about what's coming. Some people are really excited because now all 3 parts of our government are controlled by the Democratic Party. There are a lot of conservatives and independents that are full of fear. And I understand that. And I see your point of view, and I see the liberal side point of view as well of why they're excited about all this. But it comes back to we, the people, have the power over the people in the government. That's the way the Constitution was written. So we need to, we need to be the voice in this country. We need to be at peace with each other. We need to take care of each other, because the government, as much as they say they're going to give handouts, they got to take it from somewhere else, and it's going to end up hurting people more than others. We need to be the ones to voluntarily give it and live at peace with everybody around us. So anyway, that's a little bit of a rant for me this morning, but we can still be the voice out there. I know they have ways that they are censoring people, and for if the chat isn't popping up when you're watching this later when I post it. Got somebody saying we can't be the voice if they silence the voices. I understand there's going to be ways they're going to try to censor us, but they're still not going to stop you from seeing somebody on a street corner that needs some food. They're not going to stop you from pulling over, picking that person up, and saying, "Hey, let's go get you a meal." We don't have to have social media and media outlets to do the right thing and be the right people. Does it help? Yeah, it helps spread the word. Don't get me wrong, and they can try to slow it down, but we can start a tidal wave of unity and peace and love that doesn't have to go through social media and over the media outlets. Because yes, there's going to be people that are going to try to silence it, but again, they can't stop us in our daily life from going out and helping people. So anyway, we'll make it through this as long as we stay strong as people and we love each other and we try to live at peace with each other. And again, don't expect the government to fix all your problems. You do everything you can to fix your problems and help other people fix theirs. So anyway, I'm going to stop right there because it's about time for me to head to work. I hope you guys all have a great day. We love you, and God bless you.